Hey ladies and gents, this is the Wiz coming at you with a review of Gorgo Aetherblade, the big baddie from the Four Horsemen's Mythic Legions line. And here he is in all his evil glory. Now, Gorgo Aetherblade comes with a different sword than I have him pictured with here. Here's his regular sword, which is really nifty, and is color coordinated with his black and red. But this is his namesake blade, the Aetherblade. Okay, now that Aetherblade you get in a separate weapons pack that comes with an Orc blade. It comes with Etheron's sword, also known as the Heavens Brand sword, and it comes with a round shield. But since this is Gorgo's Aetherblade, I wanted to picture him with it because, hey, that's where he gets his name. So it must be pretty important to the mythos. He also comes with this nifty axe, which can be, just like the others, double-bladed or single-bladed, depending on how you want it configured. There's the double-bladed, and here's the single-bladed. Wicked cool silver and black and red motif coordinated throughout. So these two are his weapons that he comes with. This is the weapon that comes in the extra weapons pack, and you know, you can't get Gorgo without his Aetherblade, right? Okay, so a few thoughts about this figure. You've seen this shield before. It's amazing with this wonderful motif here for Gorgo's faction in the front, and it looks great. There's one thing about this figure that I'm going to pick some nits about, okay? And that is the cape. It's different. Well, it looks like the shield clip doesn't want to. Okay, this cape is different than the cape that came with Vorgus Vermilius, the Blood Knight. The Vorgus Vermilius cape was a lot sturdier. It actually held its form better and was just nicer all around and sturdier. And I got into a disagreement with somebody on the forums when they were complaining about the quality of the capes, and I was like, I don't see what's wrong with the cape. It's the best cape I've ever seen for a 6-inch scale. And what I was talking about, I think, is the cape that came with Vorgus Vermilius, which is amazing. What he was talking about was the cape which comes with Gorgo, which is not as amazing, and I'm a little concerned. It already looks like it's starting to rip or tatter there, so I'm going to be very careful with it. It also doesn't hold its form quite as nicely as the other cape, so it might have to do with the difference in fabric needed to have the red cape versus the black cape. I think the black cape seems like it almost has some sort of plastic element in it as well to make it sturdier. But other than that, this figure is completely amazing, just like all of the other figures in the line. And you have to get him because he's the main bad guy. A couple of other things about it is I've seen some very neat variations where people take the horns off of Gorgo and replace them with different adornments for the helmet, and I wanted to try that. One of the things about Gorgo is this has to be ceremonial armor because in battle somebody would grab his horns and twist his head off, or he'd be walking down a hallway and he'd get stuck in a doorway or something like that because his horns are so big. But yeah, I know it's fantasy, but you know, I think about those things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my barbarian builder pack and open it up and get some of these really cool bat wings out. and try those on Gorgo and see how he looks. These are bat wings, obviously meant for an evil character, and show you how that works. It's very easy to remove the horns and replace them with the evil bat wings, and see if that actually improves the look of the character, or whether it doesn't improve. Well, you know, every time I here, or it doesn't improve the look of the character. Okay. I shove one bat wing on one end and the other one falls out the other end. I got to do them both at one time. Folks, I'm kind of a slow learner sometimes. There you go. Wow. You know what? That is really cool. Wow. But he's cool with his regular horns too, as well. So one of the neat things about these figures, of course, is that you can build your own figure. You can replace parts, you can change parts, you can swap parts, and I haven't done too much of that because I think pretty much all the figures are perfect the way they are. But in this one, I might just do that. Although he does look really good with his horns as well. And he's pictured on the packaging art with his horns, so I guess that's a signature element of this character that I probably don't want to change too much. I really like him so much that I actually bought a test shot version of him, which I think is just fantastic as well. The test shots were sold by the Four Horsemen. They're very, very limited batches, and they sold out very, very quickly, so they are no longer available. But this was the one that I chose to get out of all of the figures available, and I think Gorgo looks awesome, whether he's a test shot or a fully painted figure, even with those crazy horns. Anyway, this is Wiz, and that's my review of Gorgo Aetherblade.